cut it out. I don't know if you remember that, but growing up, one of my favorite shows was Full House, and Uncle Joey told us so many times to cut it out. My name is Nikotris Perkins. As of December 1st, 2021, I am the Assistant Director of Social Equity, and I am bringing to you my final installment of Under Fives. Thank you for joining me. Today I would like to do two things. One, show you that you too can do an under five. Whether you do it at a regional office, a maintenance station, your simple home office, a balcony, outside, send some things in and help the Office of Social Equity showcase ways we can embed social equity. The second thing I would like to do is offer us an opportunity to cut it out. Two things that I think we could cut out are one, thinking about the power of names, and two, making sure that we value people who are in our spaces. Oftentimes in public, when I'm outside, people say, ma'am, sis, miss, hey, because they do not know my name. One of the benefits of working on such a dynamic and smart, brilliant, talented team at ODOT is that we do know each other's names. So there's no need to say pal, bud, sis, sweetheart, hey girl. We can call people by their names and even their preferred names, getting to know what they would like to be called. We even have an opportunity to do that for our customers. Simply ask someone, what can I call you during this interaction? Letting them decide what they want to be called, making sure that names and recognition is not the barrier that stops us from not only building great team relationships, but providing the best of service to Oregonians. The second thing we can do is really concentrate on how we value our teammates. Now, gender is a large spectrum. There are so many ways to think about it and so many ways that people identify. Today, I offer thinking about women in spaces. At ODOT, there's times where we really don't think about women. We've told women to put on their big girl panties. We've told women to, hey, could you take notes today? Even though they are the same level or classification as everybody in the room. We've asked women to, hey, get a coffee when you go, or can you bring coffee in? Not thinking about the social dynamics and what it means to value, hear, and see women in spaces the same that we see men. Again, a lot of genders exist. So I'm not saying that there's not other dynamics. I'm simply talking about this one. How can we ensure that when we talk to and about women, we are valuing their input? When a woman shares an idea in your meetings, does a man explain it again? When a woman says, hey, this is what needs to happen, do we pause and question it in ways we don't do for men? These are things that I've heard consistently in my time here. So many women have spent so much time giving me multiple examples of not being seen, not being heard, being ignored, and being excluded. Engineers are not just he, they're also she, and they work at ODOT. We have an amazing team of women who have done amazing work at ODOT, and they should feel valued on our teams. I want us to lean into that. I want us to cut it out. Cutting it out is a tool. It doesn't need a response. It's simply something that can signify, you know what? We can think about this differently. The next time you hear somebody go, hey girl, or hey bud, hand us this and that. Cut it out is something you can just say out loud. That will allow us to pivot, to think, oh, that was a place I could use someone's name. The next time someone is re-explaining something that we all just heard in a meeting, we can say, this is an opportunity to cut it out. We can type, cut it out in the chat. Not a mean thing, not telling the person to stop talking immediately, but again, a signal that we can see and do this differently. It also can be a private chat. It can be a, hey, you had an opportunity to cut it out earlier, because we all know that we would like to embed social equity in our spaces and ensure that everybody that works at ODOT and works with ODOT is seen, valued, and heard. Over the next 7 days, what can you cut out? What can you offer as an opportunity for somebody on your team to cut out? I would love to see it. More importantly, I would love to hear about it. I'm so excited about the work that ODOT has been doing, and I'm so excited as we continue to become a workplace of choice. Thank you so much for visiting these Under Fives and using them as a resource and tool for our teams to be the premier space in Oregon where people are valued, seen, heard, and belong. This was another segment of Under 5.